In continuing with Masterwork paintings of the Rubin Museum, we turn now to gold ground paintings. Now, gold ground and red ground are very much, they overlap quite a bit. Because sometimes you have a gold ground background and a very prominent red, and then other times you have the very strong red background with gold figures. So there is overlap with this topic. Now, with the Rubin Museum of Art, there's actually three paintings that stand out as masterworks that are essentially gold background. Now, one of them, of course, the first one is really a red background, but the figures are so prominent, the majority of the composition is actually gold. So for that reason, we're calling it gold ground. So we have three paintings which are exceptional. Now, they're exceptional because they're very well done aesthetically. They're exceptional because they are rare, and they're exceptional because they're historically important, which relates to their rarity. So the first painting is actually the latest. It was done probably mid to slightly later 17th century, Lhasa, Tibet, and it is a portrait of the 5th Dalai Lama. And this portrait is really quite special because all the figures are in gold, the background's red, but we also have an inscription, and the 5th Dalai Lama was alive when this painting was done, and he is also holding a long life vase in his left hand in the lap. So this is an excellent example of a portrait painting, a true portrait painting, or a fairly true portrait painting, but done when the subject was alive. Now also, it is in a 17th century Menri style. Menri is one of the hardest styles to find examples of. There just is so few. It's possible there are some in situ mural paintings in Tibet, but those are not well documented. But in terms of scrollwork paintings, there's very few. Now, the second painting is of Sakya Lotsawa Jambe Dorje, and he lived in the 16th century. He passed away 1533, and this painting appears to be done from life as well. And surrounding him are important lineage teachers as well as his two main students. So it's historically important. It's full of inscriptions, as the Dalai Lama painting is also full of inscriptions. The Jambe Dorje has inscriptions for all of the figures, and from an art point of view, it is also in a true Menri style. So this is another painting, and throughout the world, in terms of scrollwork paintings, I don't know that we have more than a dozen examples of what is a true Menri painting, style painting. Now, the third painting is also from the 16th century, very much related to the Jambe Dorje, and it's a painting of the deity Sri Hevajra. And it is just absolutely incredible in terms of the detail that is found in this painting, with all the secondary figures and even the hand gestures of the primary Hevajra figure, who has 16 arms, and he has 16 different hand gestures while holding a skull cup in each hand. And this painting is also in the Menri style, true Menri style, and it has a very short inscription on the back mentioning Mentongpa, and Mentongpa was the founder of the Menri school, but it's not clear here whether or not Mentongpa painted this, or it could have been maybe one of Mentongpa's sons, who were also artists, because this painting should actually be early to towards mid 16th century, and it should be that the original Mentongpa artist would likely have already passed by this time. So we're not sure exactly what the Mentongpa reference is, but we know clearly that this is in a Menri an original Menri painting style. So these are the three gold ground masterwork treasures of the Rubin Museum that need to be really highlighted and looked at more closely. So we'll leave it there. You can press subscribe, you can press like, you can join Har on Patreon, and you can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.